Forget the money and fame. Stay ready, making sure that they remember my name. I got a hunger inside. When the numbers are tied, yo, I'ma turn it up a level, never will be denied. I got them back on their heels, about to have me a meal. Not Zeke, but I'ma eat the way I'm seeing the field. Take out the competition, they'll remember the name. The wicked one I always bring it, got my head in the game. Now it's on. Finally went and wrote me a song. We the nation, eyes up on the chip and taking it home. Yeah. What is up, familia? Welcome to another episode of Gridiron Nation Podcast. This is the podcast made for all the average hardcore football fans by the average hardcore football fan. Y'all already understand that's exactly what I am. What is up, familia? I hope you guys are enjoying your Sunday, man, and I hope you have found your place of zen for today, and you're chilling there, man. I know I am. Just got done having a little cookout for the family out here, hanging out a little bit, just catching up. And now it's time for me to get into my little sanctuary here and do what I love to do, man. I had to sport my number 94 today in honor of my favorite defensive player of all time, DeMarcus Ware, getting into the Hall of Fame, y'all. So it's a big deal. Should have been a first ballot, but we're going to let it slide because he got in this year. So thank you, all of you, for joining me today. This is a very, very big show for me today. I've told you guys before. I've been telling you guys all week, man, that this is a one that I got going right now that I'm really looking forward to doing. And I'm ready to roll with it, man. I'm ready to roll. So I got a big one for you guys, especially for Cowboys fans. We got a big guest for you today. And it was an honor to be able to reach out to him. And, he hit me right back, man, like nothing, and told me, yeah, man, let's do it. You Cowboys fans will know him, know who he is. He is one of the biggest social media and internet content creators for Cowboys fans everywhere. This dude is all over the place. We're talking 70 to 80,000 followers at a time. He's been out at training camp. He's been out at the drafts. He's there with players. Man, and this dude, he knows his stuff, y'all. Knows his stuff, knows what he's talking about. So without further ado, man, it's time to bring my man to the stage right about now. Ladies and gentlemen, Gridiron Nation, man, let's welcome West Coast Cowboy up in the place today. West Coast, what is popping, man? Thank you for being here, dog. How you doing?
Man, I'm blessed, my brother. I'm blessed. Let me know if you can hear me.
I can hear you. I got you, bro.
All right, for sure. Hey, can you do me a quick check real quick? Can Facebook, can y'all let me know in the comment box if we live on my Facebook, and then YouTube, can you let me know if we live on my YouTube?
Yeah, so y'all go and check it out, man. Go and check him out on social media. Just West Coast Cowboy, and he should be up there and ready to go. Ready to do this thing, man. I think we good.
I think we Gucci. Even if we not, we Gucci. I ain't tripping. I just like to know. You be having that thought in the back of your mind. Oh my God.
Yeah. You don't know what's going on, man. Hey, and I'm sorry. Yeah. I apologize to you and to everybody who was waiting, man. I was having some issues with my Mac here in the studio. So I had to run inside, grab my laptop, boot it back up. So we started a little bit later than I wanted to. But hey, guess what? We're here right now, ready to ride with you, man, and ready to talk some football, brother. But before we get into that, for those of my listeners that aren't familiar with you, that aren't Cowboys fans, tell us a little bit about yourself, what it is you do, and how you got to where you're at now, brother.
Well, shoot, man, I'm West Coast Cowboy. That's what I'm known by online. I've been doing this. I've been going live doing content since 2015 season. The year before Dak got here. Connect. I mean, I think I'm just an example of just hard work, man. You work hard and make a bunch of relationships on purpose, and just be consistent, and shoot, you can get anywhere you can get to. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I'm just started off just doing the same thing everybody else doing, just content. What everybody else is doing right now, just content, making content and going from there, man.
Yeah, I hear you, man. That's something that people like me are trying to do, starting up these podcasts. Been at it for over a year and just trying to grow. And a lot of us are really trying to get to where you're at. And I know you're still expanding. You're still growing. As a matter of fact, you were out here in my neck of the woods a couple times recently. I'm in Las Cruces, New Mexico, so I'm about 30 minutes north of El Paso, Texas. And I actually caught you on the show out there at AM600 down in El Paso, man, with Steve Kaplowitz, and that was pretty good, man. I was enjoying watching you doing your thing out there in El Paso.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah, El Chuco. Yeah, hey, y'all already know, man. El Paso, probably my second favorite place in the world, man. Like, and my first place, it is always home. You know what I'm saying? So El Paso is you ain't gotta. I put it to you ain't gotta tell me much to get me to go to El Paso. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Yeah, you ain't
man,
gotta tell me much.
That's our sister city right there, man. I spent a lot of time down there, all my life. So I thought it was kind of cool, man. I've been following you for well over a year now, and to see you down here doing your thing here in a show at 600 a.m. that I've been listening to for well over a decade. It was cool to see, man. So it's nice to see. I saw you giving a lot of love to the people out in this area, man. As far as Cowboys fans, you were talking about how this is one of the craziest areas for Cowboys fans, man.
Heck yeah, bro. Like I was actually gonna elaborate on what I was saying. Like, man, I don't want to get canceled, but you can go to Dallas, man, and I feel like Dallas is one of them. Like, if I lived in a city that was just gold, like gold was just everywhere, I would have gold, gold seats and gold shoes, and because gold is just everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it is, kind of like in Dallas. Like, I think they just get so immune to seeing Cowboys that they're just like. They're kind of like over it, like, you know what I mean? But El Paso and like that area, man, like to them, man, it don't matter, bro. Like they're so like that love that they have for their team is just so genuine, man. And it almost feels like the Cowboys are like a high school team in there. You know what I'm saying? Because how cities will just love the high school team, like there's nothing the high school football team can do that. You know what I'm saying, that will ever get them in trouble. Like, that's how it is in El Paso with the Cowboys, man. Like, they love, and I'm not even just saying El Paso, just that area. They love their team, man.
Yeah, a lot of love for the Cowboys out here. So a lot of people don't like it, man, but this is Cowboys country out here. That's why they're the regional team that gets shown. And that's why, guys like you get a lot of love from places out here, man, especially somebody like you that comes real with it. And I think one thing that really kind of made me want to start following you was when I first watched your video and you were kicking up this whole run the damn ball slogan, man. And I am very big on running the ball and playing defense. All my listeners know this, man. That's something I'm very big on. What is it about the run game, man, that has you just saying, look, this has to be the philosophy. This has to be the platform every single time. And what is it about the run game for you?
I mean, well, shoot, man. Also, man, I got new run the ball hats coming out. My vendor was a little behind. That's why that's why it kind of seemed like I kind of ran out for like a month and a half. But yeah, my vendor back online, so you're gonna see more of those start popping. And I also got another hat, Stop the Damn Run, which I was pushing last year. Not as big as Run the Damn Ball, but they were still pretty goddamn big. But I mean, running the damn ball is just a mentality, man. It's a mentality. It's really a way of life, man. Because it's easy to just go out there and just throw passes and just try to take big chunks. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes in life, man, you got to take it to heart. Sometimes you just got to take that 3 yards here, that 2 yards here, that 3 yards here, and build it up till you get to where you got to get to. And to be honest with you, that's typically how life is. Like, a lot of times in life, we don't get these large chunks. We really got to put stuff together and make it happen. And that's what the run game is, man. The run game is a willingness to make it happen, man, and to be committed to what you're trying to do. And more importantly, man, it's our history. It's our running the ball is our history, man. That's what we have done historically well as an organization, as a team. We've always pretty much run the ball well, and that's been our success. Now, people say, the NFL is changing. The NFL is changing. You got to get with the times. I believe that to a degree, but to a degree, I don't believe that. You know what I'm saying? Like, my kids are 6, 8, and 13. And guess what? My 13-year-old just got a phone 6 months ago. You know what I'm saying? Some would say that, West Coast, you're behind the times. Well, it's not that I'm behind the times, but I just got to do what works for me and my family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and that's what the Cowboys, that's what it's always been about, man. It's always been about us doing what we need to get to where we need to get to. We don't need to worry about what the rest of the NFL is doing. You know what I'm saying? We need to do what's always worked for us. Statistically, the Cowboys are a damn near unbeatable team when they run the football. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, that might change this year because I don't know how well we're going to be able to run the football. But even if we just have a willingness to run the football, I think we're going to see some changes in our offense.
Yeah. And speaking of the offense, man, Of course, Cowboys fans, we all know Mike McCarthy is going to be taking the majority of the play calling now. And, Kellen Moore had run his course, in my opinion. Best of luck to him out there with Justin Herbert. But I think this is a good thing for the offense this year, man. What is your take on his philosophy? I know since he came back to coaching, he's been a lot more into the analytics, and I think running the football, just as you said, even in the analytics, it shows up there. So, like you said, I don't know what we're going to do as far as our running back room goes, and we can get into that here in a little bit. But what are your thoughts and perhaps your projections for Mike McCarthy and the philosophy he's going to bring to the offense this year, calling plays?
Well, hopefully it's just simplified. I think they've already made this thing look as smart as possible. But I mean, sometimes you don't need smart cars. You just need something that can get you from point A to point B.
Yeah.
And the Cowboys have the talent where I don't think we need to be trying to outsmart a defense on every play. I think some plays you just need to line it up and tell them get their ass out the way. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what football at its foundation is. It's I'm gonna run my best play versus your best 11 defensive players. So it's like, at the end of the day, I think the Cowboys have the talent where we don't have to be so creative. And it's like with being creative, you got to be effective because the defense more or less gonna know what you're doing. But I like the Cowboys just being more effective because, on that 4th and 2 play in San Francisco, we didn't need to be creative. We just needed to be effective. We could have ran a 3-yard. We could have ran your running back Zeke was averaging 3.4 yards per carry on the season. Why you just didn't effectively give him the ball and hope he can get you 2 yards? Yeah. But instead, we chose to be creative.
And see, I'm so glad you say that, man. I'm so glad you say that because the whole thing with Kellen Moore, as much as I love Kellen Moore at times during the regular season, my issue with him was he would try to get creative and cute at the worst possible time. And it was at the worst time when all we needed to do, like you said, was be simple, put our head down, and let our offensive line and those big uglies up front just lead the way for us. And instead, he would get a little bit too creative, in my opinion, which is why I think with Mike McCarthy, I'm expecting to see a little bit more simplified offense. Now, that kind of leads me right into what you've been seeing at training camp. I've been watching a lot of your videos like the rest of us have, and you've been, you talk to us after training camp, tell us about the day. Who are some of the unexpected stars that you've been seeing over there? I mean, I've been hearing about guys like Juwan Thomas, back at safety. I've been hearing about Kevontae Turpin doing things over there, Deuce Vaughn. Who are some of the surprise stars of camp that you've noticed through the first 6 days?
This is what I say. I don't necessarily say like surprise stars but I will say that there are guys who are finally playing up to their potential. Like a guy like Jalen Tolbert, I think is finally playing to his potential, playing to his strength. You have every training camp, man. There's some young rookie receiver that is catching balls. From John Vay Johnson, who I fell in love with 4 years ago, to last year, who we have Dennis Houston.
Yeah.
So it's like I kind of lean toward the preseason games when it comes towards that. Because man, winning one-on-ones and things is cool, but you got to be able to do that in a game. You know what I'm saying? So but the young kids that I would say the young receivers, Marino, he's definitely showing some things. Another guy that I'd say is a fan that's a Dak favorite is still Dennis Houston. He's a guy that's not gonna go away.
I'm hearing and seeing a lot of things on video that's kind of impressed me and impressing a lot of people, even like the seasoned beat writers. They're talking about how the Brandon Cooks and Dak Prescott connection, the chemistry is already there. Are you seeing that?
I'm gonna tell you this right here. If a wide receiver can get wide open, you don't have to need chemistry. You guys gotta get the ball there to him.
Yeah.
And the thing about Cooks is Cooks gives us something that we ain't really had in our wide receiver room or offense, and that is a guy who can just run past the defense.
Yes, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
We've had guys that are ridiculously fast like Turpin, but they just not those deep throw threats. You know what I'm saying? You have a guy that's had 1,000 seasons, 4 of them with different quarterbacks. this is a guy who you got to treat like a number one. And I mean, if you notice a lot of stuff that he's doing, he's just wide open, man, and then he's just putting it to dirt. And it's like, those are the opportunities that I love, because we know that Dak is not the type of guy that likes throwing the ball in triple coverage, which is probably a good thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
yeah, I did feel last year that he was the play calling kind of put him in a lot of bad positions to have to try to make a play down, you know, other than the tipped balls. So a lot of those interceptions were just kind of like, okay, that was double coverage at times. And I feel that a lot of the play calling may have put him in that situation. But I know now we've got Michael Gallup healthy back. And I think this is bigger than a lot of people realize, because I don't know if we have anybody on our roster that has the catch radius ability of this dude. When he is 100% and Dak just throws that ball up or throws it to the sideline, Michael Gallup just always seems to find a way to get that ball. How big is it going to be for CD Lamb in particular and Dak Prescott to have a healthy Michael Gallup back on the other side this year?
Well, contractually, it's just good for Michael Gallup, period, because he's making $11 million this year, man. So
yeah,
he definitely has to. He's gonna have to be an $11 million receiver this year, and it's gonna be kind of hard, man, because he's gonna be the third receiver, and I don't see a third receiver in this offense getting 1,000 yards. So that means Michael Gallup is gonna have to have moments. If he doesn't have the yards, he's gonna have to have huge Cowboy moments. And I think he's healthy enough or back to himself where he could to help us in those moments. And people be like, you know, oh, he's a one-trick pony. Like, you know what? Listen, man, I don't give a damn if you only got one trick, as long as it's a really good one.
That's
you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
like
That's
you go,
right.
like, bro, you go see a magician. You go see a magician. He gonna show you 50 tricks. 49 of them you've already seen before. 35 of them, and you know exactly how it works. But that grand finale is the one that's gonna make it all worth its while. And that's what I say, Michael Gallup. Like, he's gonna make the $11 million regardless. So let's make sure that he has some moments this year. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be some times where, and that means where, you know, third and such and such and such, we got to give Michael Gallup opportunities in the end zone. I think Michael Gallup should be getting some jump balls in the end zone because he can come down with them. So it's like in those situations where Michael Gallup has shown that he can excel in, Cowboys have to give him those opportunities.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. It's a lot of it's going to depend on play calling. And like you said, he's going to have to take advantage of the few opportunities that he will get at times. Now let's flip on over to the other side of the ball, man. The defense. Like I said, running the ball and defense is my thing. I mean, I'm looking from on paper right now. Is it too far-fetched, especially if Mazi Smith is able to do what he needs to do in year one? Is it too much to say that this could go into the season on paper right now, could possibly be the top defense in football at some point this year if everybody stays healthy and plays the way they're expected to play?
I would say this is what I'd say. I would say right now, I believe, because, man, folks get mad at me when I keep that mess all the way gangster. But, man, the best defense in football is the 49ers, bro.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
They listen to me. The Cowboys have to prove to me that they can consistently stop the run. That's what we brought Mazi Smith in. Now, I'm going to tell you this right now. If the Cowboys can stop the run, then, yes, we will be the best football. We will be the best I believe then the Cowboys do have the best defense in football, because I don't believe that the 49ers back end is like the Dallas Cowboys back end. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I also feel like our offense can actually score points. So since our offense can score points, that's going to put stress on your offense to have to do what? Score points. That means they're going to have to do what? That means they're going to have to throw the ball more. If I have to throw into the Dallas Cowboys secondary or into the 49ers secondary, give me the 49ers. I'll throw it. Give me my chances over there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if I gotta run the ball, on the defense, give me the Cowboys defense, right? I'd rather take my chances running the ball on them. But I see it like this: if the Cowboys can, like you were saying, if Mazi Smith ends up being, and Mazi Smith ain't even got to be no all-world dude, man, because if he comes in the league, like listen to me, rookie defensive tackles typically don't come in and do what we expect in Mazi Smith to do. You know what I'm saying? And if he does, he should win defense. And if he does, he should win Defensive Player of the Year. You know what I'm saying? Because young defensive tackles play the most experienced positions in football. They play against centers and they play against guards. Centers and guards are either on new contracts. I mean, they've been there for a minute, and guards are usually what on the same thing. Look at our guards. Our guard is a first round pick, and on the other side of him, it's a Hall of Famer. Tyler Baez has been here 3 years, and he's probably going to get extended. You know what I'm saying? So you're not going against no rookie novice dude. You know what I'm saying? So my whole thing is Mazi is a strong man. I just hope that his strength versus these other dudes, I hope it just isn't, there isn't like no elongated gap of him getting used to it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you, that's another reason why I want Zack Martin back. Because bro, Mazi Smith playing against Zack Martin every day, I can almost guarantee you he's gonna be ready. Because bro, who's better than Zack Martin?
Yes, nobody.
Right now.
No.
So that's why I'm trying to say that's one of the advantages that nobody's is speaking about. Like, bro, sign Zack Martin, and then guess what? Mazi Smith's gonna get better. Why? Because he's gonna be practicing against him every day. Bro, think about imagine if you tell Mazi Smith get his ass whooped every single day at practice by Zack Martin. You know what you can tell him when he walks off the field? Hey, it's a good thing the 49ers ain't got a Zack Martin, right?
It's gonna be easier today, baby. It's gonna be easier today, right?
Yeah, listen to me.
Hold on, I think I lost him. Yeah. Hang on a second, y'all. Well, let me see. I think I lost him here for a second, but we're going to get him back. Hang on a second. Yeah. All right, man. Y'all hold up a second, man. Be patient with me. All right. This kind of thing happens when you have doing it from a phone and stuff, man, which I really appreciate from him. So let me make sure that we ain't got to send that link back to him, man. But what going on, what he was saying with Mazi Smith, I mean, it's that's it. Like if you have a Zack Martin there and he's there to prepare Mazi Smith for the season's going to be a hell of a lot easier once he gets out there. Problem is Zack Martin isn't there, which I was about to actually get into with him. So let me see if I've got to let me get him back. All right. Let me get him back, y'all. I got this. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. All right. But anyways, to those of you out there, man, up in the chats, I see all y'all. Don't worry about it, man. I am seeing it, and I appreciate every one of you that's jumped onto the stream today. A little bit hot in here. Like I said, I was having some technical issues, which is why we started a little bit late today, man. But we're here now, Gridiron Nation, and we're doing this with y'all, man. But so when I'm looking at the Dallas Cowboys defense, we were talking about Mazi Smith, and they've got Jonathan Hankins behind him, who's a solid backup. He's a solid backup. But what we've been needing, what Dallas's big weakness was last year, was the actual run stopping. That was the only thing. Hell, the Niners, we couldn't stop it in that game. So that's why they went and got a guy like Mazi Smith, and a lot of fans didn't like that in the draft because with the first-round pick, you want that sexy pick. You want that big-name wide receiver. You want that big-name pass rusher. You want that big-name, pass catcher or running back. No. See, when you're a team that is on the verge of being great, that you have pieces in place with very few weaknesses, you don't go for the best player available. You go to fix your holes. You know what I'm saying? When you've only got a leak or two in that defense, all you need to do is plug it up. And that's what I think they did here with Mazi Smith. We're going to see how he comes out to start the season. I don't even know about Zack Martin, man. This whole thing with Zack Martin's taking a turn that I really did not expect. I do not think he will sit out. He's losing a lot of money right now that cannot be it can't be waived. I think last I saw he was looking at about $500,000 right now in fines for missing camp. And there's no more guaranteed money for him. So I see why Jerry Jones, I see two parts of this, y'all. Like, okay, so I see the fan in me is like, Jerry, what the hell are you doing? Get this man back on the practice field and get his ass playing, give him some more money, and let's get to work. That's the fan in me, okay? But the other side of me, of my brain, is looking at what Jerry has done to get to where he's at as a businessman. He didn't get to where he's at as a businessman, as a money man, by being, just the guy who's just going to be nice all the time and give everything away. He'll be ruthless when he has to. He'll put his foot down when he has to, and he will definitely use his advantages when he has to. And in this, right now, with no more guaranteed money for Zack Martin, and no more, no money coming in, basically everything he's getting fined for is going to come out of his pocket. Jerry knows that he holds all the cards right now. Jerry knows that, and he's using that. But I'm like, damn, man. I don't know. They got to get this figured out, y'all. We got to get Zack Martin back on the field. If you want Dak Prescott to remain healthy this season, and I don't care what the Prescott haters say. Y'all can troll and talk all you want. But if Dak goes down, then everything that they've tried to build this offseason, the additions that they've made to make us a contender for the conference, that's going to take a major, major hit. Like whether y'all want to admit it or not, it will. Cooper Rush and Will Grier aren't taking us to that level. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, it looks like I got you back, West Coast. Let me get you back on here, brother. Lost you there for a minute, bro, but I got you back now.
Yeah, sorry about that, man. My phone, I probably got about 10 more minutes. My phone overheated. I was trying to charge it and talk at the same time, and it overheated.
All right, so we got you on limited time right here. So let me ask you real quick, man. This is one of the reasons I roll with you two right here, brother. Is Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott, we don't deal with all the trolls and the haters and those who just copy and paste all the hate that they find online, and it's the popular thing to do. I want you to tell my people, the ones that don't believe in Dak Prescott, why Dak Prescott is a guy that guys like me and you continue to believe that he has the talent to get it done.
I'm going to tell you this right here, right? If you're a Dallas Cowboy fan and you don't believe in Dak Prescott, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even going to, like, there's some things you can validate and some things you ain't going to validate. Like, I'm not about to sit up with you and argue about if Big Mama make the best Thanksgiving dinner. Like, I'm not doing that, bruh. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to argue with you. You know what I'm saying? We ain't going to debate who Big Mama, who Thea, you know what I'm saying? What they call him? What y'all call him?
Yeah, that's our Grandma. Yeah, our Tia Juana,
Your Tia Juana, you know what I'm saying? Listen to me, man. You're not going to convince me that my Big Mama ain't making the bid. You know what I mean? Yeah. No, that's something wrong with you. And you ain't going to convince me. Like, bro, listen to me. You've known Dak Prescott 7 years. When have you known him as a loser? My thing is this. If you are only predicating Dak Prescott as a winner based on winning the Super Bowl, guess what? Then there are 5 takeaways, 32? Was that 27? There's 27 other losers in the NFL. Because since Dak's been in the NFL, only 5 quarterbacks have won a Super Bowl. Remember, Tom won it 3 times himself.
You got Patrick Mahomes with
so
you. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's like, and then you got Matthew Stafford in there. Then you got Nick Foles in there. Random dudes. Matthew Stafford actually led the NFL in interceptions when he won the Super Bowl, too. Yeah. Nobody cared.
Yeah, but nobody wants to talk about that. Nobody wants to talk about that.
Yeah, nobody wants to come. But, I mean, it's like, if you're a Dallas Cowboy fan, you've seen Dak win 67 games, and you've seen him lose 31 out of 90-some games. So there is no convincing you. If you don't believe in your quarterback as of now, then you're not going to believe him. And guess what? If he wins a Super Bowl as a Dallas Cowboy, you won't believe in him then. Listen to me. There are people that right now that still don't like Troy Aikman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're like that. Like you will find someone who don't like Troy Aikman. That's just what it is. Like some people have decided. People have already decided if they're going to like Dak or if they're not going to like him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like this. If you're only basing your likeness or how you like Dak about winning a Super Bowl, then how do you like Micah Parsons? He ain't won nothing.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And see, I think a lot of people don't want to recognize the fact that since Dak Prescott came in as a 4th round rookie, won Rookie of the Year, he has kept our offense relevant. People don't want to look at that. They're talking about, oh, you got to get to the Super Bowl. Really, do y'all not remember the days after Aikman, before Romo, when we were just struggling to hit 500? You know, now we've got a quarterback that is consistently leading one of the top offenses in the league. He's consistently keeping our offense relevant. But like you said, last year, now all of a sudden everybody's talking about the interceptions. But nobody wants to talk about who led the league at quarterback in turnovers total last season, which was Josh Allen. But to everybody else, that's elite, though.
Yeah, and Josh Allen also led the league in turnovers in the red zone, too. He also had 2 turnovers in the red zone in a playoff game at home.
But you and I both know nobody wants to talk about that. Why? Because he doesn't wear a star on his helmet. That's why.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this: Stephon Diggs wanted to talk about it. he wanted to talk about it right then on the
Yeah,
sidelines.
yeah.
Like
And
I'm
I
just
I
saying,
love the way
find a video.
I love the way Twitter and everything tried to blow that up, like LaShawn McCoy with his dumbass takes talking about, oh, they just don't respect Dak Prescott. And they asked Diggs about that. He goes, man, that's between me and my brother. That's what we do. Keep out the business. You know, it's exactly
Yeah,
what it
my
is.
my question is this. My thing is this. Like, you know, people try to make it feel one way about about someone saying what he said about Dak, or saying what he said to Dak out of practice. Well, give me a video game. I mean, give me a video. Give me a video in a game of a player going off on Dak on the sidelines.
Yeah, yeah,
Bro, show
yeah,
me that. Bro,
yeah.
at practice, bro, everybody and their mama getting cussed out on us. Bro, I can show you a video right now of Jeff Saturday cussing out Peyton Manning on the sidelines. You want to know why? Because Jeff Saturday was telling them they need to run the ball.
Yeah.
That's on YouTube.
Yeah.
You can find that video right now.
Yeah.
There's a video of Jeff Saturday cussing out Peyton Manning and telling him we need to run the effing ball. He said, you just need to do the play. Let's go.
Yeah.
It's so funny because I'm gonna tell you one person who can check a quarterback, the center.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. That center will
Like,
do it real
if you
quick.
know football, the quarterback is the leader, but at the end of the day, we all know. Like, if you play ball, you know what it is. The center is the one person who can check the quarterback.
Yeah, the center's the one dude that can grab anybody and get your ass over
anybody,
here
bro.
Check. Yeah,
because he's the guy that people be like, why is that? Why is that? Because he's the only person on the team that touches the ball every single down.
Absolutely.
That's why people wonder why, because that's why he has that much responsibility.
So I know you got to get out of here, man. But before I let you go, just real quick, man, I need your thoughts on the outlook, possible expectations, even if it's just like division that you can give me. What do you see for the Cowboys this year in 2023?
I mean, 2021, the Dallas Cowboys won 12 games, and was it 12, 13 games? We won 12 or 13 games, and we lost in the first round of the playoffs. The very next year, we won and lost the same amount of games, but we lost in the second round of playoffs. This year, my expectation for the Dallas Cowboys is to go one further. You know what I'm saying? Like, each year, the goal is to get better. So if you win one more game, then your expectation should. Now, people are going to say, oh, that means you only should be in the NFC Championship game. No, theoretically, you should have been in the Super Bowl, because think about this. The Dallas Cowboys lost 2 games that they shouldn't have lost. That's the Green Bay Packer game, and that's the Jacksonville Jaguars game.
Yes.
Both of those games you were up. Both of those games you were up in those games. So my expectation for the Cowboys in 2023 is just win any game that you're up going into the third quarter. Win any game.
Defense. Yeah.
Win any game that you're up going into. So if you're up at halftime, win that game, right?
Yeah.
If the Cowboys do that, that's 2 extra wins that we have last season. And then guess what? We're the number 1 seed, and you're actually in the NFC Championship game, because you don't actually play that first round against Tampa Bay. Think about this, fellas. Fellettes, ladies. There was only really like a game between the Dallas. If we beat the Green Bay Packers, a team that we were already up on, we're the number 1 seed. If we beat the Jacksonville Jaguars last year, a team that we were already up on in the game, we're the number 1 seed. So it's like, and think about this, you didn't even go to San Francisco.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't even have played San Francisco last year. So it's like we could have literally controlled our own destiny.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely. That changes
Cowboys,
everything.
win the games you're supposed to win. Win the games you're supposed to win, and then go a game further in the playoffs. That's what I'm looking for.
And I definitely think if we can be up in most of these games in the second half, we got the defense, especially the secondary now, and the defensive coordinator to get it done. I definitely believe that.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to let you get out of here, my brother. But, first of all, thank you so much, man, for taking time out of your Sunday. If you're like me, this is family day. I get it. But I really appreciate you. I know my listeners and my viewers and Cowboys Nation in general, we all appreciate you, bro. We appreciate everything you're doing out there, man. You're the boots on the ground for us. You know what I'm saying? Out there in Cat, man. And you're the eyes for us. You're letting us know how it's going down. And you tell it like it is. That's one thing I always respect about you, bro. You always tell it like it is, no matter what. So I respect you for that, and I respect your hustle. I respect everything that you're doing. Please continue to grow. And if there's anything I can ever do, I'm a small timer. So is there anything actually that I can do to kind of up my game a little bit as I try to get my podcast a little more out there?
Man, honestly, man, I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. Just be consistent. Just be consistent. That's all you really got to do. Jerry Jones will provide you all the content and everything you need to know, everything you need to grow, bro.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
get your boat ready and just wait for the wave, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just consistently just wait in that water, you know what I'm saying? And then when that wave come, ride the hell out that mother. You know what I mean? Make 12 videos. Jerry do something dumb, make 12 videos on it. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, Jerry will definitely provide you the content and everything you need to grow. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure you're there, with your boat and your paddle ready to ride that wave when it comes. But you're gonna be all right, man. Just stay consistent. That's all I gotta say. Stay consistent, my boy.
I feel you, brother. Thank you, man. Once again, I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday, brother. Keep grinding out there, man. We're going to keep watching you. And once again, I appreciate you. Much, much respect to you, West Coast. I appreciate you, brother.
You too. You be blessed, my boy.
You do same. Have a good one. All right, man. Yeah, man. What y'all think? Good interview? What do you think, man? Yeah, a lot of information in a short amount of time. A lot of knowledge in a short amount of time and opinions there, man, because that's what we Cowboys fans, no, hell, man, you know what, at Gridiron Nation, that's what we football fans do, period. We just love talking about the game, giving our opinions, whether they're wrong or right, it don't matter, man, because you know why? We have fun and we're all familia, man, and that's how we do it here at Gridiron Nation. But much love to West Coast Cowboy out there. Y'all be sure to go on there and you follow him up on Twitter. I got his Twitter down there right on the bottom, man. Follow him on Twitter. Follow him on Facebook. And I guarantee you, if you're a Cowboys fan, you're going to dig all the content that he puts out there for you guys, man. Definitely. All right. So that's what I have for you. The main thing right there, man. I was looking at doing actually a whole kind of hour-long show, but I think with my little technical difficulties, I had to kind of cut it short with him just a little bit, y'all. So I apologize to you guys for that. But hey, man, if any of you right now, any of you in the chat right now, man, what do you guys think, man? What do you think of the Cowboys if you're a Cowboys fan? Do you agree with what we were talking about here and where we see this team going right now? What do you think? Do you guys feel like it's, maybe a little too far-fetched to expect this team to be a contender this year in the NFC? Yeah. I like what Iceberg Slim right here. What's up, Iceberg? Saying Dak Prescott, 2023 stats, 4,978 yards, 44 TDs, 7 INTs. Dark Horse MVP. I like the way you think, Iceberg, so please continue to follow my show, man. Definitely. Gridiron Nation Podcast, bro. Go on, follow me, man, because I like the way you think. See, the problem is people will look at that number and the haters will laugh. They'll be like, yeah, right. Come on, dog. Really? Y'all realize that Dak Prescott's actually put up comparable numbers to that before. And the whole interception thing missed me with that, okay? Because last year was an anomaly. Dak Prescott has consistently been, up until last season, one of the best quarterbacks of all time, statistically, for his turnover to touchdown ratio. That's straight up. You don't believe me? Go on and find it, all right? But that's the truth. We'll see, man. I like the way you think, Iceberg, but we're going to see if that's something that he can actually do this year. Oh, that's a big year. And if he puts up numbers like that, yeah, I could see him for a dark horse MVP. But we're gonna see, man. We got a couple of weeks here before the actual season kicks in, man, and we take on the Giants. And shout out to JP. Apologize, bro. I meant to get a question in there about the NFC East and the Giants and what he thought of them, man. But being a little bit shorter for time than I thought, I wasn't able to get that in there, man. But I if you want though, bro, we'll get you on the show. We talk about that a little bit. So I was actually planning on doing this show originally I was going to be predicting the NFC North and South this year. All right, so I reached out to West Coast during the week, and this thing just came together at the last minute. And I said, you know what, this dude's ready to go on this weekend. I got to do it, man. Let's do it. Let's get it. So we got it in, man. And feel like it was a good interview. So I'm going to still talk about those two divisions real quick. I'm going to give you guys my condensed versions of my picks for the NFC North and South. But before I do that, my day one of my day ones right here, man, Angel Gallegos. If everything stays the way it is, it'll be a great year for the Dallas Cowboys, and I agree. I think the expectation should be there, especially after they went and got Stephon Gilmore, after they went and got Brandon Cooks. They're bringing back Leighton Vander Esch after a solid year last year. You know what I mean? They're bulking up Michael Parsons, getting ready to make him a full-time pass rusher, man. It's going to be insane, scary. So we're going to find out, though. But, yes, they should, man. That the expectations are legit, and they're there definitely for a reason. All right, so let's get into this. Let me pull this up here, y'all. I apologize. I thought I was just going to do the interview for the whole hour. Damn. Having issues today. You know what it was, y'all? Is that I was out there, I was cooking out, hanging out with my family, hugging my little girl, having a cold one. My mind got really relaxed. I was chilling. And then my like little alarm thing goes off and it says, oh, you got the podcast coming up. Shit. All right, let me jump up. I get my jersey on because I had to show love to number 94, the now Hall of Famer. Thank you very much, DeMarcus Ware. Greatest Cowboy defensive player of all time, in my opinion. All right, in my opinion. Don't come at me, Cowboys fans, all right? In my opinion. So, we're going to look at these divisions right now. And if you guys got some predictions for you, okay, I got you right there, Purple Pocket. I see you already. And you know what? He says Vikings, NFC North champions. I'm going to tell you something right now, Purple. I agree with you. The Vikings, I know that's not the popular pick, okay? Give me a minute, y'all. Because I get it. Detroit seems to be the sexy, popular pick this year. Their offense started going off late last year. I get it. But you know what I also get? Is that the Detroit Lions had the worst defense in football last season. Yeah. Well, they scored a lot of points, but they ain't going to stop nobody. Unless you have Patrick Mahomes back there, his first Super Bowl, their defense was trash. They're good now. They were trash. But that dude was just so amazing with that offense he had. Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce. Come on, man. You ain't got that in Detroit. All right, so I really feel that, yes, I think the Vikings will win the NFC North. I think the key here is going to be Alexander Mattison. Dalvin Cook, he was an all-around back. He can do it all. He can block for your quarterback and pick up the blitz. He can run between the tackles and break those tackles, or he can catch out of the backfield and create a big play, maybe take one to the house. He can do it all. Can Alexander Mattison? I don't know. What we've seen is a very small sample size of Alexander Mattison. All right, so that's going to be the key right there, in my opinion. I think he'll do just enough, y'all. I really do. I think he'll be just good enough to go ahead and help this team, win the division once again. Why? Because Kirk Cousins, y'all can say what you want about the man. All right? But the dude consistently has good regular seasons. He does. Yeah, everybody wants to talk about certain games, but nobody wants to give him any credit for the Buffalo game. Yes, I get it. Justin Jefferson went up and made that catch. But if you actually watch, and I saw this, I've been talking about the new quarterbacks. It's a mini series up on Netflix right now. Y'all need to go and check it out. And it's got 3 tiers of quarterbacks that it followed last year, which was Marcus Mariota, Kirk Cousins, and Patrick Mahomes, who ultimately went on to win the Super Bowl, as we all know. But, you learn a lot about Kirk Cousins in this one, and I got a lot more respect for this dude watching this. It's just a regular guy, man. He plays on emotion. He really does hold himself accountable, like for days. You can see it for certain games. Even the game they won, he's sitting there beating himself up about a pass he missed in the first quarter, to KJ Osborne that would have been to the house. So I think what this dude does, though, he's talking about that Buffalo game, and he's saying that he basically went in the huddle and he told Justin Jefferson, look, we got like a 3rd and 17, man. I'm going to need you just to go up and get this ball. He says, all right, bet. What happened? Yeah, he made that catch. They converted the first down. They went on to win a big, big game in Buffalo. But nobody's talking about Kirk Cousins for that. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is the dude can play big when he has to. The problem is he's got to do it in the postseason. And I think they'll win the division. They'll have another shot this year. So Purple Pocket Podcast, I definitely agree with you right there. All right, so we got Tim White. Without Zach, you can kiss the season goodbye. I got to be honest. I don't know about going that far because everybody we still have, but he is one of the top two most important players on our offense, without a doubt. And probably the leader of the team next to Dak Prescott. If you want to keep Dak healthy, we need Zack. Without those two, yeah, you can kiss the season goodbye. That's all I'm saying. All right. So let's keep rolling on, man. Let's keep rolling on. Oh, Angel, what's up, brother? Yeah, you already know the original, man. This is the throwback. DeMarcus Lawrence, baby. No, DeMarcus Ware. Sorry about that. I saw your D-Law comment, bro. Angel, man, you got me right there, bro. You got me. All right. But all right. So now I do have when we look at the rest of the division of the NFC North, okay, I have the Lions finishing second. I do think that they're going to be able to score a lot of points. They'll outscore a lot of people, but I do see them finishing second. I don't know. They lost both their running backs. They did bring in Montgomery, which was solid, and they drafted Jahmyr Gibbs, was basically a replacement for Swift coming out of the backfield. So it'll likely be a committee again. But those are the two teams I see finishing up on the top, man. And then, of course, I've got Chicago. Actually, you know what? I got Green Bay finishing third. I think Jordan Love's going to surprise some people. If not, they don't have film on this dude yet. This is the Brock Purdy situation all over again. You know what I mean? Not a lot of film on what this guy can do with this offense. So at least for the first half of the season, he's going to have an advantage. He's still got that two-headed running back. They should have a solid defense and secondary. And he's got some good young receivers, man. He really does. So, you know, especially with Romeo Doubs there and those dudes. So I see Green Bay finishing third, and I see the Bears. While the Bears are still building, it's not going to be enough. I still see them finishing last, but I do think that they will. They'll be improved this year. They will, but we'll see. We'll see how their season plays out. I just don't see them getting higher than last place in the division. Now I jump to the NFC South, and this is kind of funny to me because my sleeper team for the NFC East is coming out of the South. All right, so I'm going to pick my sleeper team, Angel guys. D-Ware. Yes, thank you, bro. Now I'm correct, man. You know, it's two DeMarcus's, pass rushes. You know, we get this shit confused sometimes. Man, mine is in weekend mode. All right? So, anyway, it's the NFC South, man. I'm going with the Saints, man. Why is everybody sleeping on the Saints? They brought in Derek Carr. Derek Carr, to me, is a lot like Kirk Cousins. It's cool to hate on the dude, but he can throw up for a lot of yards. He can throw a lot of touchdowns, and there's times where the dude can make plays, and he'll take off running when he has to. But he's got a crazy offense there now, man. Starts to me with Chris Olave. Olave's going to have a big year. I expect that. He came in, had a strong rookie campaign, over 1,000 yards, and I think he is their wide receiver of the future. And I think he takes that step this year. We also got Michael Thomas coming back for the Saints. We're going to see how he does after taking like 2 years off. I didn't even know this dude was still active in the damn league. Damn. Then you got Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara will not be there for the first 3 games. Okay. This man got a 3-game suspension for jumping somebody at a casino. They knocked the dude unconscious. 3 games? Really, Goodell? You see this right here, this star. If Kamara wore this on his helmet, it would have been mandatory 6 games. No questions asked. But since he doesn't, Kamara, he gets a 3-game suspension, but I think they were ready for this. I think they were. They brought in Williams from Detroit, and he's going to be the guy that takes the running load, and I think he'll do all right, man. He's also going to bring another dimension to that offense, even when Kamara comes back, who was so good at coming out of the backfield in the pass game. Williams is going to be that guy that's going to hit it in between the tackles, man. So they got a good thing going. We know that defense is going to be probably top 7 again. The secondary is very good with Lattimore. You know, they just re-upped Cam on his contract again for the 4th time. So stop sleeping on the New Orleans Saints. They're going to be a problem this year, especially when they get it together by midseason with the new players. Oh, yeah, they're going to do something. They're going to win that division, in my opinion. I definitely see that. I've got Atlanta coming in second. And I'm going to make a crazy, crazy bold prediction right here. Desmond Ridder, quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons, is not that dude. And I think there's a good, strong possibility that he could get yanked and benched by week 10. And they bring in Taylor Heineke, and Heineke valiantly leads this team on a wild card run. I see it. Taylor Heineke had Washington Commanders in position to be the fourth team in the NFC East to lock down a playoff spot last year. And then what happened? Ron Rivera happened, damn it. Much love to you, Ron, but damn, dude. He goes and benches him for a now healthy Carson Wentz. Are you kidding me? After one bad half of football? Nah, man. And then what happened? Yeah, then the wheels fell off and everything became a freaking damn dumpster fire and it all went to shit. Yeah. So I apologize for that, Washington, but I tell it like it is. Y'all already know this. Okay? So that's who I see. I think he's going to be the reason, though, is Ritter. I don't see them winning that division. They will have a strong run game. It's still kind of, I'm dumbfounded by the fact that they took Bijan Robinson so high after the year that Algier had it running back in his rookie year last year. But man, they've got some DBs, there, and they've also got those wide receivers now. Oh, and let's not forget about Pitts. But you got to get a quarterback that can get him the ball. Mariota wasn't that dude. Ritter isn't that dude. At least I haven't seen that yet, but prove me wrong, dog. Prove me wrong. All right? And I swear I will come on my show. I don't care if you don't watch it. I will sing your praises if you prove me wrong. But for now, I can't do that. And I don't think that you're going to do it. So I see them benching him for Taylor Heineke. Yes, that's my hot take. I don't care. All right. So that leaves, who else? Carolina and Tampa. I won't linger long. Tampa's in a semi-rebuild stage. They just got, they got Baker Mayfield there just to kind of hold it down a little bit, I think, till maybe they go after and draft a quarterback next year. The one thing that I think it's going to hurt the pass game a lot. I think Mike Evans is getting older, as good as he's been. I still love Godwin, but he's got to be able to stay on the field. We don't know how healthy that O-line is going to be. There's no depth there. And there's still questions in their secondary. So that's the way it is, man. And I don't trust their quarterbacks with no Brady there now. I really don't. Now, Baker Mayfield, I don't care what he did in like 1 or 2 games with the Rams last year. Nah, I don't care. So my only interest in the Bucs this year, as far as their offense goes, that I'll be watching is Rachaad White. I want to see his development. I think he could develop into a premier NFL running back. We're going to find out, man. Without Fournette there now, he is going to be the bell cow. And we're going to see if he can do what I think he can do and take that step this year. So now we go to the last place, and that's going to be Carolina. All right. Oh, did I say Carolina? Now I got Tampa finishing third. That's my team right there. Okay. Carolina is going to be who I'm finishing last, but I know you guys are going to look at the roster and you're going to say you're tripping and who they just drafted. I don't care. You got a rookie quarterback, and Bryce Young, who there's a lot of question marks about him. Yes, he is an exciting playmaker like he was, in college at Bama, but he's short, small guy. I don't mean that to be mean, all right? I'm just telling you like it is. I'm being honest. He's small. You're in the NFL now, baby. You're going to have to be a big-time playmaker once again. I don't know if he'll do it in his rookie year, y'all. I actually see C.J. Stroud as NFL-ready more right now, there with Houston. That's another division I'll talk about on a later show. But I think Bryce Young, he's going to hit some growing pains this year. You got Thielen there, wide receiver, but, he's in the back half of his career. He's facing injuries. He's very consistent. They did bring in Miles Sanders, who was a 1,000-yard rusher with the Eagles last year. So I think that he's going to be most of their offense, to be honest. He's going to have to stay healthy because they're going to need him a lot. And then, you look at the rest of the receiving core, and it's just not a lot of people that are going to impress you. Nobody scares you. So I don't think Carolina is going to get it done this year. I think they will finish last in the division, but they will be rebuilding. That's why they went and drafted a quarterback, and I expect them next offseason to use their position in the draft, to use any cap they got, to add more pieces around Bryce Young after they get his feet wet this year. That's the way I see it. All right. So that's what I got for you this week, familia. I'm about to get up out of here, man. It's a little hot. About to go inside and chill, enjoy the rest of my Sunday, crack open a nice cold brew, maybe take a shot, have another hamburger that I made earlier, which came out chingon, by the way, if I do say so myself. You know what I'm saying? Okay, hold on. I got something here. Angel Gallegos, what you think about the Nate Diaz fight last night, bro? Not much. Not much, dog, to be honest. I don't think much about that fight. I had to go and watch the after part. You know what I mean? I wasn't about to pay for that for that comedy. That's what I call it, comedy. And I saw a lot of people agreeing with me. From what I looked at it, it was like, you try not to make these things look staged, but that looked a little too damn staged. You know what I'm saying? Like, you saw Nate not even trying to go in hard on his punches in the first part of half of the fight. It's like, what are you doing, dog? You know, he goes down, and I just, they're talking about rematch now. Yeah, give us your money. We got a rematch coming, and everybody's going to eat it up. Everybody complains about these kind of fights. You know, with Jake Paul and Logan Paul. Y'all complain, but you go and buy it. You buy the damn thing and you watch it. And they're sitting there laughing at all your asses. That's all I'm saying. Boring ass fight. It was a comedy, in my opinion. So that's all I gotta say about that, brother. That's the only way I see it, man. But for real though, it was horrible. It was horrible. And for those of you who watched it, hit me up on social media. Let me know what you guys think of the conversations we had today. Or my thoughts. Hit me up with your opinions, man. Y'all can catch me up on Facebook. All right, there it is. Facebook at Gridiron Nation and the number 1. Facebook at Gridiron Nation 1, or my Twitter handle, or is it like X now? What is it? Twitter? Is it X? Is it Twitter, my X? I don't know. But my handle's right there. At 1 Gridiron Nation, at the number 1 Gridiron Nation. Or you can shoot me any of your emails every week, and I will read them every week. Gridiron Nation Podcast at gmail.com, baby. So hit me up. Let me know what you guys think, man. If you're on Instagram, I'm on there too, a little bit, but I'll get your stuff, man. If you just put me on there, G Garcia _ Gridiron, and then you can hit me up on TikTok at Gridiron Nation Podcast. That's where I'm at on social media, baby. So y'all need to reach out, holler at your boy. Let me know what's good, man, and let's talk some football. Hell, if those of you who are new to the show, I just got to say, man, like, I hope y'all stick around and continue to listen. This is a weekly show. Right now, I'm doing it on Sundays. It's available everywhere, Spotify, everywhere. I just started putting it up on YouTube. But those who know my show, who have been following my show, thank y'all very much, by the way, man. You guys are the reason I'm here. They know that we'll talk about anything, man. I love putting segments out there where I'm asking you guys what your favorite movies are, what your favorite songs are, certain genres. You know, what are you bringing to the cookout this summer? What's something you can't have when you have things, you know, can't be without a Thanksgiving dinner? Things like that, man. I love talking about all that kind of stuff. So I invite every one of you who is new to this, who just jumped on the stream, to check out West Coast, and I appreciate y'all for that, straight up. But I invite every one of you to join me every single week. Follow me on all these social media sites, Gridiron Nation Podcast. Subscribe to me on YouTube, Gridiron Nation Podcast. And I promise y'all, I'm going to do everything I can to bring you a good show, an entertaining show, and a fun show every single week. All right? So I'm about to get up out of here, familia. But by the way, my day ones that are on the chat today, man, I appreciate you guys. I'm sorry I couldn't get to everybody. I was trying to run through this quick, man. But Jersey, if you haven't been turned on yet to The Gridiron with a THA podcast, Jersey the King, y'all need to look him up. He is on there, and we'll be co-hosting some stuff pretty soon, man. I also will be bringing him up on the show probably next week or the week after. So we'll see, y'all. But be sure to follow Jersey. So what's up to Jersey? Angel, you already know you're my dude, man. I'm going to reach out to you here pretty soon because we got some fantasy football to talk about, dog. JP, you already know, bro. You already know. Me and you, we roll. That's the way it is, bro. Isaiah, thank you, brother. Gonzalez, shout out to you, brother. And to my brother Ignacio. It's all one love, brother. You already know. Thank you, guys. April, for all of you that have followed April Tawad from day one. And to those of you who are just jumping on, I hope you stay on and stay for the ride and just ride and vibe with me every single Sunday, because that's how we do it here at Gridiron Nation, all right? But everybody here that follows me also knows that I try to end every single show with a positive quote, man, something to get you started in a positive vibe for your work week or whatever it is you do during the week. You know what I mean? Because we all need a little bit of positivity every day, man. There's too much negative out there. So I try to kick y'all some positivity. A lot of it, most of it, all of it actually is things that I live, my experiences. And I'm not perfect. I never try to claim to be. But I try to use my experiences to reach out to y'all with these messages and hoping that y'all would say, you know what? Damn, I ain't the only one feeling this way. I feel you. All right? So my message this week is that no matter what you're going through, guys, right now, if you're dealing with something stressful with work, you know, like I always say, or with school, or with your kids, or with family, or with a loved one, with your significant other, whatever it is, man, that you're stressing about, that's got you like, damn, man, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Keeping you up. Just remember that the adversity that you're facing right now, it's molding you. Because the adversity you're facing today is going to be the strength that you hit it with tomorrow. You feel me? Do you understand what I'm saying? You're going to get through this. Just don't give up, man. If when you're feeling like, damn, man, what the hell am I going to do? I just can't. I can't. The hell you can't. You get your ass up, you brush your shoulder off, and you say, tell life, go ahead. Come on, hit me again, baby. I'm going to get back up because it's going to make you stronger, guys. That adversity makes you stronger. And tomorrow, when a new kind of adversity of the, adversity of the same way, the same level kind of comes at you, you're going to be ready for it. Just say, man, I dealt with stuff like this. It's on. Let's get it. Let's go. All right? Because no matter what life throws at you, guys, no matter what it throws at you, all you got to do is adapt. Don't give up. Adapt. Because in the words of the great Bruce Lee, y'all already know this, man. And all my one-dayers, go in and say it with me. All you got to do is be water, my friends. I'm out, baby. I'll catch y'all next week. Gridiron Nation Podcast, West Coast Cowboy. Thank you for being here. Enjoy your Sunday, familia. I'm out, baby. Peace.